power of mantra and mystery of initiation. I can't believe that 21 years ago, I wrote the book, The Power of Mantra and Mystery of Initiation. And at that time, I had over 100 city tour nationwide. And just time flies. It is really so exciting that I am revisiting this subject, the power of mantra and mystery of initiation, which constitutes the core of yoga practice. There is so much emphasis that is today being placed on asana. That's great. That helps us become vibrant, flexible, energetic. But there is another aspect of us and another aspect of yoga that addresses much more deeper issues, and that is that exactly how can we gain access to that part of ourselves where we are no longer suffering from any sorrow, any grief, any fear, any form of anger, where we no longer suffer from this dark and dull sense of worthlessness, this sense of isolation, separation, self-alienation and loneliness. In fact, it is in this context yoga has been studied for millennia. Mantra practice is exactly for introducing ourselves to ourselves, that space inside us which is self-luminous, self-illumined and joyful. That's what mantra is. As we study, we come to realize that all of us, somewhere deep in our heart, we know that there is a higher reality, and there are people in the past, in each religion, each culture, those who have gained a direct experience of that reality, and that those great masters, great souls have expressed their knowledge, their wisdom and their experiences through words. Those words came out from their pure heart, came out, flowed through from their pure mouth, pure tongue. And as soon as we prepare ourselves to receive that pure word, the sacred sound, which is in the yoga tradition called mantra, we have gained capacity to reach to the same very place where these great souls, great masters, great prophets in the past received that information, received that wisdom, received that blessings. Mantra, in other words, connects us to our own core being. It is only as long as we do not know, we have not gained our connection with our inner soul, we say, well, I'm not sure whether there is any such thing, that secret, that experiential, and I'm not very sure about it. But deep down, we are all wanting, we wish that we can have some that deeper experience and overcome all that sorrow and grief and so on. So our hunch tells us, our instinct tells us that there is higher reality. And yet we doubt, only because we are surrounded by some good degree of darkness and impurity at our physical, mental, psychological and spiritual levels. Mantra is that powerful 10,000 watt bulbs which just focuses directly that unlit part of our own unconscious mind and unveils that which is deep inside us. Thereafter, we begin to see all of a sudden our own existing practice of yoga, Tantra, Ayurveda, or any other form of techniques of health and healing to be taken, led to a totally different dimension. That's called Mantra Shastra. And initiation means actual transmission of that mantric energy, consciousness, realization and experience from one heart to another heart. This is a totally unconditional flow of that energy and consciousness, joyful experience from one heart to another heart. It is mystical only because we do not know what it is. As soon as we come to know, it's no longer a mystery. It is a living reality. That's why we have given the name, the living, the power of mantra. There is unique power in it, and there is a mystery about it. Every scripture you see, whether it's Vedas or the Upanishads or the Quran or the Bible, there in the beginning there was Word. Word was with God, and Word was God. Another biblical statement we find that at the, that it is only when at the Tower of Babel we got confused, we began to speak through our impure tongues, only then we lost our ability to understand the universal language of pure heart. And that is when the diversity of languages came. Otherwise, all of us, we were able to understand each other. This sacred sound, mantra, has that power to bring ourselves back to that level of purity where we are able to understand our inner self. Our inner heart is purified and we gain access to that sacred heart. Thereafter, no mystery is left between a teacher and a student, between an initiator and the one being initiated, between this higher reality and the reality at which we are abiding, we are living at, we are operating at. That is the power of mantra and mystery of initiation. Welcome.